Hey, good afternoon, y'all boys, man. I just came here to help y'all remember that Satan is only here to kill, destroy, and to steal. And we get a good little idea. We know what this nigga here for. Mind you, we all got testaments on how this nigga trying to do us back. Excuse my language. I know some of y'all gonna think I'm a little unholy for, you know what I'm saying, nigga or sentence, but it's just who I am. But we kind of get a testament of this in the story of Job. You know, Job was a wealthy man. He was wealthy. He had, you know what I'm saying, chapter 1, verse 3, he owned 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, 500 donkeys, and had a large number of servants. It says he was the greatest man among all the people of the East. So we're gonna use a man like Job, man. We know the story of Job. You know what I'm saying, that Satan get just a little bit of access to Job's possessions. I mean, he get all the access, of course, but we know material possessions is just a little bit of what a person really has, you know. But he gets access to Job's possessions. In verse 6, it says, "One day the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came with them. The Lord said to Satan, 'Where have you come from?' Satan answered the Lord, 'From roaming throughout the earth, going back and forth on it.' Then the Lord said to Satan, 'Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil.' Does Job fear God for nothing?" Satan replied. "Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? You have also blessed the work of his hands, so that his flocks and herds are spread throughout the land. But now stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face." The Lord said to Satan, "Very well then, everything he has is in your power, but on the man himself do not lay a finger." Now, the Lord just gave Satan just a little bit of authority. Not authority, but what was the word he used? Okay, you know what I'm saying? He says he has everything. He has everything he has. I don't know. It seems like a little, I don't want to use authority, but it seems like the Lord gave Satan a little bit of authority or a little bit of power. I don't know, let me just use the word power because that's just what it says. He gave Satan a little bit of power, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of authority, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of, I'm trying to think of another word, but we're just going to use authority. A little bit of authority over Job's possessions, you know what I mean? And we're just going to see how bad this nigga Job can get ran through, bro. Like, he get ran through, bro. You know what I'm saying? So one day when this is verse 13, by the way. One day when Job's sons and daughters were feasting and drinking wine at the older brother's house, a messenger came to Job and said, "The oxen were plowing and the donkeys were grazing nearby, and the Sabaeans attacked and made off with them. They put the servants to the sword, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another messenger came and said, "The fire of God fell from the heavens and burned up the sheep and the servants. Am I the only one? And I am the only one who has escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another messenger came and said, "The Chaldeans formed 3 raiding parties and swept down on your camels and made off with them. They put the servants to the sword, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, yet another messenger came and said, "Your sons and daughters were feasting and drinking wine at the older brother's house, when suddenly a mighty wind swept in from the desert and struck the 4 corners of the house. It collapsed on them, and they are all dead, and I'm the only one who has escaped to tell you." Look, bro, this not even, bro, y'all see, when Satan just has a little bit of power over you, he says just a little bit of power over you, what he's gonna do with it, you know what I mean? What he's gonna, nigga, he's gonna destroy you, bro. He's gonna destroy you, bro. And this is kind of, I don't know if it's kind of funny. I got kind of sad when I read it at first, but now I'm like laughing because he said, at this, Jacob got up and tore his robe and shaved his head. Then he fell to the ground in worship and said, "Naked I come from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart." I am nothing! I am nothing! That's what he said. It's all good though, because he said the Lord gave it, and he said the Lord shall take it away. Amen. Amen. And I want to give y'all another example of the devil just meaning to destroy us, bro. And it's in Matthew 16. Matthew verse 16. Not Matthew verse 16. Matthew chapter 16. Verses 23 through 25. I'm going to read it to you. It's verses 22 through 25. Peter took him aside and began to rebuke him. Never, Lord, he said. This shall never happen to you. Jesus turned and said to Peter, Get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block to me. You do not have in mind the concerns of God, but merely human concerns. So, Satan not even, nigga, thinking about the Lord's plans, bro. You know what I'm saying? The plans the Lord has for us, you know what I'm saying? Proverbs 16, what is it? Proverbs 16 verse 4, you know what I'm saying? The Lord hath made all things for himself. Like, he not even thinking about that kind of stuff, bro. He not even thinking about that, bro. He's thinking only how he can use these humans, you know what I'm saying, for his pleasure. And we were made for God's pleasure, as I just read, you know what I'm saying? And it says, yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil. And I like that part too, because I was a little confused. On that verse. But then I had to go read Job. You know what I'm saying? The Lord hath made all things for himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the day of the evil. Because in that story of Job, but the devil got played like a dummy, bro. He don't even realize. I mean, he do realize this now, but the devil got played like a dummy, bro. Cause nigga, Job didn't even forsake the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Job didn't even forsake the Lord. It say, you know what I'm saying? Naked I come from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave it away, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised. And all this, Job did not sin by changing God with wrongdoing. And this is just the first chapter. If y'all read it a little long, y'all soon realize niggas was thinking, how can I word this? And I do excuse me for all the N words, you know. It's just, bro. Just try to ignore it, please, or just forgive me. You know, it's not a bad thing. The Lord don't feel no way to about it, but some of you do. So, yeah. So yeah, before one of the key points I wanted to bring up about this story, it was righteousness prevails all injustice. All injustice, righteousness prevails. You know, and this gonna make a lot more sense if you keep reading the book of Job. I do encourage you guys to go and read the book of Job, especially for you niggas going through it. You think you going through it, nigga? You ain't going through it. I'm not gonna say you're not going through it, but some niggas that really went through it. You know what I mean? It's some niggas that really went through it, bro. So when you going through it, how are you responding to these trials and tribulations? You know, are you responding like Job and giving praise to the Almighty, giving praise to the Lord, and knowing that all things work out for the Lord's favor? Or are you niggas like Saul when, you know what I'm saying, you feel the Lord's not answering your prayers or the Lord's not visiting you in dreams? You go speak to something of the world, like, you know what I'm saying, you Saul's example, he did some dumb stuff and went to go speak to the dead, went to go speak to Samuel. But you niggas, I'll give an example. Go back to the weed. Me, I've been addicted for like since I was 9 years old. I've been smoking for like 10 years. I'm not smoking no more. You know what I'm saying? Thanks be to God. It's only been a few days, but you know what I mean? Like, niggas is going back to the weed. You know what I'm saying? Going back to the drink. Going back to the. I ain't here to call y'all boys out, man. I'm just here to spread the message, man. So make sure when y'all in these battles and fighting these battles, you're giving thanks to the Lord and reacting like Job and not like Saul, because the Lord turned his face from Saul, from the house of Saul. You know what I mean? No, he's not going to turn his face from you. You know what I'm saying? I will never leave you nor forsake you, but